All right, guys, welcome back to the Vino Rod. I'm Robert, and let's get started taking a look at what I've done. All right, so got the coilovers mounted, and got the rear end mounted here. Last time I left you, let's put that back in there. So the last time I left you, I was working on this side where I've mounted the ladder bar. It's got a single shear right there, and let's see if I can kind of get an idea what I was doing when I was putting this together. So like I said, that ladder bar is from a Speedway kit that I picked up, and that was a 4-link, but I ended up turning it into a ladder bar so I could get the car lower. So that, yeah, it's going to be a little bit too much of a glare with that light. This is where I will be mounting the battery in this tray right here. I'm going to try to incorporate this emergency brake cable too, so it's going to be something I'll be trying to figure out how to get it set up. Some of the framework for the floor. So one of the other things that I'm working on here is this Panhard bar. So what I ended up doing with this Panhard bar was cutting it down. I put a, I think a piece of, probably I think it was 3/4 inch solid bar. And so I sleeved it with that. And then I, grooved it, welded it, and then I put these plug welds in where I drilled into the round stock and then plug welded it around. So what I want to end up doing is throwing some, some paint, some black paint on this, and I'll be, mounting it here and here, and then adjusting, my little side-to-side action with my rear wheels, which you can get an idea here that they're a little bit closer there. So there's a little bit too much hanging out on this side where I've got to take that Panhard bar and pull it over to where I get the same distance between there. But this area is turned out pretty good. I'm liking the texture that I got from that. It was actually a rattle can spray texture that I got from Harbor Freight, I guess. I'm not saying it's the best stuff, but it's worked for this application. And then, so my fuel tank will be setting in this area here. And naturally, this is where the bung was on the barrel. So I incorporated that. So what I ended up doing was, measuring this area here, figuring out how I can get the tank in here. And so it turned out to be about a 17 gallon. And so that's that's where I put the fuel in at. And yep, you set the cork back down there, give it a couple of whacks, and on your way you go. So yeah, this will be for the sending unit. And then naturally I've got the tail lights. And the tail lights ended up being out of a 64 Impala. So those work out really well. Can fit them in these openings here. And then got a couple of holes in here that I can feed through. Oh, here they are. Got one right there and one right there. But yeah, so this is the mission that I'm on right now. So this is just a kind of an update on the process of getting this rear end mounted and tightened back up, coilovers. On previous videos I mentioned this is a 56 Chevy rear end that I'm using. So, okay. Well, we're going to end this video here real short and quick. And hey, I appreciate you guys watching. And we'll see you on the next one.